2000cc single. I gotta check that out. What does that sound like? Well, that's later. Destiny had a conversation with Jordan Peterson. It was entertaining. I recommend it, if only for entertainment's sake. It got pretty heated, but amicable at the same time, I would say. Somewhat, anyway. Um, I don't really care too much to talk too much about the conversation. I only checked out this vaccine part. Um, Destiny, he got owned in this entire conversation and proved to be, once again, pretty dishonest and bad face. He's all right for the most part, I would say. I don't watch a lot of Destiny. I can't handle the motor mouth and just clearly look. The guy has clearly he has a drug problem, right? That's obvious. Now, whatever he was taking initially that gave him the motor mouth, he was probably one of them Ritalin kids or something. I don't know. One of those highly functioning autists or something. Uh, Drug enhanced, right? What, however they changed his brain chemistry, whoever did that, it was probably when he was a little kid and he's just strung out basically, right? And I think so long as the drugs were doled out at a certain kind of, small dose, I suppose, um, the right prescription and cocktail, whatever the hell it was, right? I think that probably helped them function well enough. And in some instances, made him a highly functioning individual, right? I mean, his mind speed, whether he's being honest or not, it's impressive. You got to keep it real. That shit's impressive, right? It's enhanced, right? He's taking performance enhancers, but it shows, right? But I think it's gotten to a point where he's self-medicating and he's still very sharp and quick to respond, but I feel like he's making less and less sense. I think it's been more, if I were to use like a boxing analogy, it's been more athleticism, less technique, right? It's been less intelligent, but just more physical, right? He's just becoming more and more incoherent, and I think drugs have a lot to do with that. And from that, I don't want to talk about the guy's private life, but let's just hope he has real friends in real life who won't just enable his addiction. And because if I feel like if this continues, the guy's just gonna something bad's gonna happen, right? But anyway, for Jordan Peterson, on the other hand, I don't really understand. Well, maybe I do. I guess I'm going to try to justify why so many people on the right just seem to dislike him and or make fun of him or whatever. Look, don't get me wrong. It's all fine and good, you know what I mean? I think it's deserved. And there's certain things he says that, you know, are maybe worthy of ridicule, or you could poke holes in some of his theories or the things that he says. No doubt. Fine. You could criticize him as, a person, a father or whatever. Yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. But I think a lot of that comes from a jealousy. I think a lot of that is jealousy. And I think a lot of people aren't, I don't know if emotionally mature is the right phrase, but they're just not, and maybe they're just too radical to understand that in many ways Jordan Peterson is your ally. That doesn't mean that everything he says is correct, that you should agree with everything that he says, that you should be in his on his team or in his camp or whatever. That doesn't mean that you can't make fun of the guy, ridicule him, for whatever reason, superficial or logical or reasonable. I'm not saying that at all. But to just constantly come down on the guy and not give him credit for a lot of the things that he says that have gotten a lot of people canceled, and I think he was to some degree at some point also, it's gotten a lot of people in hot water, right? To talk about the things that a lot of people are too scared to talk about, right? Yourself included on your channel. To just completely, to never have anything positive to say about the guy, even though he's done some good work, right? Whether he's talking about the completely artificial farming crisis in the Netherlands, or questioning the vaccines and talking about excess deaths, linking them to the whole COVID hullabaloo, right? Things that you aren't willing to talk about on your channel because you're scared, right? To have nothing positive to say about this guy and just completely bash him all the damn time. You're fucking grifting. Let's just keep it real. You're just fucking grifting. Thanks for watching.